everyone, welcome to Medici by Lakshmi. So today we will be discussing one of the important 5 mark question, which is antagonism. Antagonism, what do you mean by antagonism? When one drug decreases or abolishes the action of another are said to be agonistic. So when one of the drug it decreases or abolishes the action of the other drug, that is called antagonism. It is that is effect of given drug A plus B in combination will be lesser than effect of drug A, individual effect of drug A plus individual effect of drug B. Now, antagonism is of 4 major types, that is physical antagonism, chemical antagonism, physiological antagonism, receptor site antagonism, which can be competitive or non-competitive. Now let's get into detail about the physical antagonism. I have written it as PANT, like abbreviation. Physical antagonism directly binds with the agonist and it forms a physical bond and which reduces the moment of absorption. So basically, imagine this is a physical antagonist. This is the physical antagonist. This is the agonist. Agonist which will bind with the target. So this physical antagonist will go and bind with this agonist. It forms a physical bond and it will prevent it from binding to the target organ. Example is activated charcoal, which adsorbs alkaloids and it's used in alkaloid poisonings. Now the second type over here is chemical antagonism. I have written it as C-ant. Chemical antagonism is the process is as same as that of physical antagonist, but it will form, instead of forming a physical bond, it will form a chemical bond and it will lead to chemical neutralization. Example, antacid, weak acids, it get neutralized and gastric acid. Chelating agents such as BAL, complex toxicity metals, it decreases the metal toxicity. Drug may react when mixed in the same syringe or infusion bottle also. Example, heparin plus penicillin or tetracycline or streptomycin. Now, this is considered as one of the important antagonist type, which is the physiological antagonist. So, what do you mean by physiological antagonist? By definition, I will first explain the definition, then I will show you how. 2 drugs act on different receptors or target, or by different mechanism also, but have opposite overt effect on the same physiological function. Sorry. I'll set you with an example. Histamine will bind with H1 receptor, which will lead to bronchoconstriction. Adrenaline will bind with adrenaline is another chemical which will bind with the B2 receptor and it will cause bronchodilation. So what is happening? 2 drugs which are getting attached to different receptors produce opposite effect of the same physiological function. That is what physiological antagonism is about. And glucagon and insulin and blood glucose level is also an example. Now the last one is now the last type we'll be discussing it in another video, and that's all about antagonism. We'll be discussing about the receptor site antagonism in the next video, so stay tuned.